Once upon a time, a beggar lived at a railway station. Every day he begged from passengers. One day, while asking for alms, his eyes fell on a well-dressed businessman standing on the platform waiting for his train. The beggar thought to himself, "He looks very rich. If I ask him for money, maybe I'll get more than usual." He walked up to the businessman and asked for alms. The businessman looked at him carefully and asked a strange question. "Do you always ask from people? Have you ever given something to anyone?" The beggar was surprised and replied, "No, sir. I'm a beggar myself. What can I possibly give to others?" The businessman smiled slightly and said, "There is a rule of life, the exchange rule. If you want something from someone, you must give something in return. If you are not willing to give, how can you expect to receive?" After saying this, he boarded the train and left. That night, the beggar couldn't stop thinking. The same words kept echoing in his mind. No one has ever asked me a question like this before. And then another thought followed. If I want to receive something, I must learn to give first. The next morning, as he passed near the station, he stopped at a small green area nearby. Colorful, beautiful flowers were blooming there. He thought, what if I give these flowers to people in exchange for money? Maybe it will bring a smile to their faces. He picked a few flowers and boarded the train. This time, whenever someone gave him money, he gave them a flower in return. Something unexpected happened. People thanked him, spoke to him with respect, and even gave him more money than before. The beggar thought to himself, "This is unbelievable. People no longer see me as a beggar, they see me as a traitor." He felt truly happy. A few days later, while selling flowers on the train, his eyes fell on the same businessman once again. He walked up to him and said, "Sir, if you give me some money today, I can give you a flower in return. I am no longer a beggar, I am a traitor now." The businessman smiled, gave him some cash, took the flower, and said, "Thank you." At that moment, the beggar felt pride and happiness together for the first time in his life. A few years later, two businessmen arrived at the same railway station. They sat facing each other on the train. One of them extended his hand and said, "I feel like we've met before." The other smiled and replied, "Yes, sir, we've met twice at this very station." The first businessman thought for a moment and said, "Oh, so you are the same beggar?" The man smiled and said, "Yes, sir, I am the same person, but I am no longer a beggar. Today, I run a flower business. I'm traveling out of the city for work, and I want to thank you from my heart. If that day you had simply given me money and walked away, I would probably still be sitting at this station, begging." The two men shook hands, this time as equals. Sometimes, a small, positive thought can change an entire life. This story teaches us, if you think small, life will remain small. If you think big, success will eventually find you. The rule of the world is simple. First give, then receive.